world-class beaches, endless outdoor activities, and top-rated schools. But which Gulf Coast city is the best for you and your family? Sarasota and St. Petersburg offer completely different lifestyles. As a local realtor and someone who actually went through this decision recently, I can tell you firsthand how vastly different the two cities are. So I'm going to share with you everything you need to know before deciding between the two. Hey everyone, this is Nick with Zachos Realty Design Group, your Gulf Coast relocation experts. If you're thinking about relocating your family to Florida's Gulf Coast, you've probably got Sarasota and St. Petersburg both on your radar. I've lived in both cities and have helped a ton of people decide between the two, so I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know from the beaches to the schools, family activities to the overall vibe of each city. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear picture of which city might be the perfect fit for your family. Let's start with Sarasota, and I mean, anytime you mention the city, the first thing everyone always talks about are the beaches. Siesta Key Beach isn't just another pretty, stretch of sand. It's consistently ranked among the best beaches in the world. The sand here is actually 99% pure quartz, which means it stays cool under your feet even when it's scorching hot out. And Siesta isn't the only beach here. You have, Lido Key, Longboat Key, and the beaches to the south in Nokomis and Venice. It's really a beach lover's paradise. But Sarasota isn't just about the beaches. For families who love the outdoors, you've got a ton of options like kayaking, mangroves at Ted Sterling Park, or, taking the kids to the aquarium on Lido Key, which is, one of my daughter's personal favorite things to do. There are a ton of great golf courses here. The Legacies Trail that stretches almost 20 miles from downtown Sarasota down to Venice, which is perfect for people who like to walk or bike. And obviously, for boaters and people who like to fish, you have a ton of marinas and boat launches as well. And once you're living here, you realize these aren't just tourist attractions, they become your weekend traditions. The culture here in Sarasota is absolutely incredible and great for families with kids. The Ringling Museum isn't your typical, don't touch anything museum. They have great family programs and an entire circus museum that kids really love. And places like Marie Selby Botanical Gardens and Oscar Scherer State Park host family events throughout the year where kids can learn about nature while still, having fun. Our family also likes to go to spring training games in the spring months. And in the Sarasota area, you have 3 easily accessible baseball stadiums. You have these spring training homes of the Pirates, the Orioles, and the Braves, all within maybe a 30-minute drive of Sarasota, and each has a really fun, inviting atmosphere for kids. When it comes to schools, that's where Sarasota really sets itself apart. Obviously, for families with kids, being in a great school system is one of the most important factors when deciding where to live. The Sarasota County School District is the best in the state. All throughout the county, there are great schools, including the Pineview School, which is consistently ranked among the best in the country, and the district offers excellent magnet programs as well. I've had clients specifically choose Sarasota just for the school system, and really, that was a huge factor for, my family when we moved here as well. Now let's hop over to St. Pete. What really makes St. Petersburg special is that this city really embodies the phrase of having it all. In one day, you can go from having brunch downtown at the Pier to walking around, downtown or the historic Kenwood district, and then finally ending the day at the beach watching the sunset. Not many cities can offer you what St. Pete does. The beaches here are also amazing. From Paso Grill up to Sand Key, there are over 20 miles of amazing beaches and beach towns here. There's Madeira Beach, which is home to John's Pass with a really fun little village. You have Fort DeSoto State Park, which itself has 7 miles of beach and is more isolated, has a dog beach and a camping area as well. There's St. Pete Beach, Indian Rocks, and really what I love is that each of these little beach towns in the St. Petersburg area has their own unique charm and amenities. When we lived here, my wife and I were visiting these beaches every weekend and just couldn't get enough of them. What makes St. Pete unique is how it blends beach life with city living. The new St. Pete Pier is a perfect example of what makes this city special. It's not just a pier, it's a 26-acre waterfront playground with splash pads for the kids, restaurants and bars for the parents, and plenty of space for everyone to enjoy the bay views. There's also a marketplace on the weekends here with, I think, over 20 different local vendors. Really, if you want to spend the entire day on the pier, you could easily do it. You have great dining options like Doc Ford's and Teak. You have the St. Pete History Museum here. There's a great playground for kids and a fishing deck. It's just a great place just to, spend a whole day with the family. The downtown area is also really family friendly, which might surprise you. The Children's Museum here is a hands-on paradise for kids. We actually just took our daughters there and they had a blast. And the Dolly Museum actually has some really cool programs designed specifically for families as well. You have the North and South Straw Park, which is right on the water, and Tropicana Field is right downtown as well, but who knows when or if the Rays will play there again. There's also the gas plant district with the breweries and restaurants and art culture, which is always fun and really walkable. Really, outside of the beaches, downtown St. Pete and the Pier is the social hub. It's where everything happens here. School-wise, St. Pete offers some great options. The county recently put a big emphasis on improving the school systems, and the public school district most recently received an A rating last year, which is awesome for the families here. There's also several highly rated fundamental schools, which allows parents to be a little more hands-on in their children's education. But regardless if you're choosing public, magnet, or fundamental school or private, you have a ton of options in St. Pete. So how do you choose? Let's break down some of the key differences. If you're looking for more of a suburban feel with a more laid-back atmosphere, Sarasota might be your best bet. The pace is a bit slower and the lifestyle tends to be more focused on outdoor activities like, golf, the beach, and things like that. The public school system is also better in Sarasota, at least in my opinion. And again, that was a huge factor for us when we moved up from Pinellas County down here to Sarasota. The population is also a little older here. I wouldn't necessarily call it a retirement community, but the average age is a little older compared to St. Pete. St. Pete, on the other hand, offers more of an urban vibe with plenty of family-friendly activities. The downtown area is larger and more developed, so you'll have more, diverse dining options and entertainment. If you're wanting to be in or closer to a big city and closer to Tampa, St. Pete is going to be probably a little better for you. I think in general, there's just more amenities and more of a variety of things to do in St. Pete compared to Sarasota. Location-wise, St. Pete is just north of Sarasota, and being closer to Tampa is really convenient when it comes to traveling. The Tampa airport is huge and it's nice and has really any flight destination you can ask for, while Sarasota just has the smaller airport, which has less flight options, but we've never really had an issue with it. But still, getting to the Tampa or even Fort Myers airports from Sarasota are only like an hour, maybe an hour and a half drive, depending on the time of day. So it's not too bad. Cost of living is another major factor to consider. Sarasota tends to be a bit pricier, especially in the areas, closer to Siesta Key or near the top-rated schools. The median sales price here is around $525,000, while St. Pete is closer to $425,000, which really is a huge difference. In Sarasota, you have more developments and gated communities, and in St. Pete, there's more of just larger communities, which both have their pros and cons. Having lived in both St. Pete and Sarasota, I can't say I necessarily have a favorite. It really just depends on what you're looking for in a home and a community. Here's my biggest piece of advice. Visit both cities with your family. Spend time exploring different neighborhoods, visit the schools that you're interested in, and try to imagine your daily life in each of these cities. And remember, there's really no wrong choice here. Both cities offer amazing opportunities for families. If you're considering either of these fantastic cities, I'd love to help you explore your options. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. We've also done a ton of content on both of the areas, so check out our YouTube page if you're looking for more info. Thanks for watching, and until next time. Hey everyone, this is Nick with Zachos Realty. I really appreciate you taking the time to check out our videos and content. I just wanted to take a quick second to introduce myself. Both my wife and I are originally from Ohio. Both of us went to Ohio State and moved down here to Florida in 2016. We originally started off in St. Petersburg before moving to Dunedin and then down to Venice before finally settling here in Sarasota with our two daughters. I'm really grateful that we had the opportunity to live, in both in Pinellas County and down here in Sarasota, because it gave us some really good insight into, the area as a whole and helped us realize, what we're looking for in a community. So anyone looking for pointers on either, relocation from up north or maybe comparing the Tampa, St. Pete area compared to Sarasota and Venice, feel free to reach out anytime. I've been with Zachos Realty for a few years now and absolutely love it. Working with Ryan and David and our close team is really what I was looking for in a brokerage. The fact that we are a smaller, family-owned company has been really great, and we help each other out all the time. So when you work with one of us, it's like working with all of us. Like I said, I just wanted to take a quick moment to introduce myself. So if you have any questions about the area or our brokerage, feel free to reach out anytime. Thank you.